Hi everyone, I hope everyone is having an amazing day so far. Today I'm going to be showing you how I color my hair using henna. A few weeks ago I gave you my good, the bad, and the pretty of coloring your hair with henna, and today I'm going to show you how I actually start to finish color my hair. Now, the reason I love henna is that it's all natural and it lasts a lot longer than conventional professional color. I've never actually used like box dye or anything like that, but compared to my professional color, I absolutely love using henna. It lasts probably at least twice, if not 3 times as long as the professional color, minus the root touch-ups that I sometimes have to do. But I'm going to take you through how I color my hair using henna. If you haven't seen my good, the bad, and the pretty video yet, I do recommend checking that out before actually coloring your hair with henna, just so you kind of understand the pros, the cons, and some of my hacks to actually coloring your hair with it. So let's get started in coloring my hair. The brand of henna that I use is the Light Mountain Natural Henna, and the shade that I'm using is the Fox shade, which is a pure red. This shade has only henna plant in it. It doesn't have any indigo or any other plants or herbs to affect the color or alter the color. It is just a pure, flat henna, which is going to give you a nice, rich red color. The henna comes in a packet just like this one. It is already crushed and turned into a powder. You just have to add your liquid media or medium to make it into the henna paste. I'm going to add my henna into a ceramic bowl. You don't want to use stainless steel or anything like that. You want to use a ceramic bowl or a glass bowl, from my understanding. And I'm going to mix in tea. Now my tea is boiling, but I'm going to mix this in there to create the paste. And what I'm going for is almost like a pancake batter consistency. Now, according to my brand of henna's instructions, they tell you to add in boiling water, and this way you don't have to let it cure. Since I've been using this brand, I've never had to let it cure. Just by adding in my boiling tea, it has cured instantly, which is great. I like to stir mine really well just to get as many of the chunks out as possible, and to make sure that all of the powder has dissolved into the liquid. And you do want it to be a little on the thicker side. So now I'm going to perform my strand test. I like to do 3 different strand tests. And I'm just going to apply the henna to 3 different swatches of hair. Now, I'm applying this the same way that I would apply henna normally, and that is to damp, clean hair. So I did wash the strands. I just pulled these out of my brush. But I'm going to really saturate the hair in the henna. And then I'm going to cover this, and I'm going to label it as well. Alright, so I have 1 hour to 45 minutes, an hour and a half, and 3 hours. This is how I'm going to mark my individual strand tests so I can see which colors that I want. I know my saran wrap, it looks a little messy, but henna itself is very messy as well. But doing 3 individual strand tests is really going to help you see what color you want to achieve, and it gives you more options. Alright, so before I get to coloring, I'm going to do a couple of things. First off, I'm going to divide my hair into 2 sections, a top section and a bottom section. So I'm just going to take just half of my hair, and I'm just going to create a messy bun with it because I'm going to color the bottom sections first. Alright. And then this way it gets my top part of my hair out of my face, because I am going to cover the outline of my face and also my ears with a moisturizer. Now, for the purposes of now, I'm going to be using my coconut moisturizer. And I'm using this one today just because it is a white moisturizer and you're going to be able to see it a little bit better. Now, one thing you do have to be careful of is not getting your hair in it, like I've gotten my hair in it just now. It's a good time. I'm just going to cover my ears with it too. Okay. And I'm just going to use a cotton pad to get that excess out of my hair. Now, when coloring your hair with henna, you 100% need to wear gloves. I'm wearing like just these super long dishwashing gloves, just so that way I can tuck my sleeves into it if I'm wearing my robe, or I can protect the length of my arms, because henna is very messy and you don't want it to stain anything that you don't want it to. I also have Trader Joe bags pretty much cut out and spread all over my bathroom floor and sink, so that way nothing of that nature gets stained. So with all that, we're going to start coloring our hair. And pretty much what I do is I have the henna in a bowl right down here. I'm just going to pick up globs of it and I'm just going to start pressing it into my hair. And just like that, I already got some on my chin, so off to a great start. And I'm really going to work it in. I like to cup one hand underneath as I'm working it in, so if any chunks or excess do fall out, they fall into my hand. Alright, once I have this first section done, I'm going to kind of flip it up and just glob a little bit underneath and work that in, just to make sure I cover in my roots. Just like so. That's pretty much it. You're just gonna kind of glob it and work it into your scalp, well, into your strands. I'm gonna make sure I get the ends really well, and then I do a lot of this by feel. Alright, once I get that bottom section done, I just kind of twirl it up and smash it into a bun. Don't know if y'all can see that. But next I'm going to start globbing and applying just around my scalp while I still have my hair pulled back. And since I put the lotion on, the henna shouldn't stick to my skin, so we don't need to really worry too much about that. And now that I look absolutely ridiculous, you look ridiculous coloring henna, just throwing that out there. I'm going to attempt to take my hair out of my bun. There we go. There we go. Alright, and then I'm going to attempt to separate and glob it through. Alright, once you have thoroughly saturated your hair, I like to take a mirror and just kind of check it from all angles just to make sure I got everything. Now this is kind of the weird part. I'm going to cover my hair in saran wrap so the henna doesn't fall off or get on anything. Alright, now that I look like a complete idiot, I'm going to leave this on my hair for about an hour and a half. That is the length that I like the color, so I'll see y'all very soon. Good morning, everyone. Here is my hair after coloring it with the henna. Now, the color is very rich and it's going to continue to develop over the next 48 or so hours. With henna, it does take some time for the color to fully mature and to fully express itself. Same way if you do a tattoo on your hand, it's gonna react the same way. Now, I personally left my henna on for an hour and a half to an hour to 45 minutes, and that's because that time was just the color that I wanted to achieve. I find that the 3 hours for my hair, it makes it a little bit more on the orangey side when it goes into the sunlight, and I'm not too keen on that. So the hour and a half to an hour and 45 minutes is a perfect amount of time to color my hair. Now, all I did once the time was up was I just rinsed it out. I didn't wash it, I didn't condition it. I just rinsed it out and then I cleaned my bathtub of all of the henna that was left over. But you just rinse it out, and then I like to take a wide tooth comb and just go through it to make sure that I get all of the extra chunks and extra bits of henna out of my hair. Then the next morning, once it had been 12 hours after I had colored my hair, that was when I washed it, and I used my normal charcoal, conditioner, and shampoo, washed it out, and then just went about my normal hair routine. Now, when I mixed my henna, you might have noticed that I used tea and not water. That's because I like a more golden hue with my henna. I like to add a little bit of sunshine to my hair. But if you mix it with water, then it's going to have more of a deeper red auburn look to it, which is fine. I just wasn't going for that look this time. Yeah, so if you would like to see some candid shots of just how the hair is maturing, go ahead over to my Instagram at Luna Noir Rose, and I will be posting some photos over the next couple of days so you can kind of see. Now, I will try to post photos with my hair down so you can truly see the effects. But yeah, I hope everyone has an amazing rest of the day. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, hopes, dreams, fears with coloring your hair with henna, go ahead and comment them down below. I will do my best to answer your questions, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye, everyone.